quality control joins the fray. What's happening, people? Let's hop straight into this thing because, yo, 5K Toys went crazy with revealing the new third-party Dragon Ball stuff, right? So this is some of this stuff I've never seen before. Some of this others, I've seen on Xianyu, and I've done videos actually on one of the studios in the video prior to this one. You can check that out after you finish watching this one because this is probably going to be a longer video. However, let's talk about QC Toys. The first render they have is for a Super Saiyan Vegito. Now, I'll keep that comment for after we're done going through all the third parties, but it's something that's kind of, these renders look cool and everything, right? They look great, but like I said, we'll get to it later. It says, introducing some custom studio in Asia community with some of their upcomings. We would like to open pre-orders for some of them if feedback is positive. QC Toys is a new studio and here is their upcoming offerings. It is kit, but with more pieces not shown yet. I'm not sure how much of this, like, they saying it's a kit, but really it looks like if you look closely at it, it looks kind of like the DF 3.0 Goku with, Vegito. The Vegito gi. So I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm not sure what kit, like how it's supposed to convert. We'll see. Now, obviously, we can assume like, head sculpts and the gloves or maybe some arms. But other than that, I can't really say too much. Like I said, the renders look awesome. It looks like they used some of the best drawn parts from his fight with Buhan. But with that being said, let's move forward because, like I said, it's a lot to cover. Worm Studio squirms into battle. Now, so earlier in the beginning of the video, I said there's a studio that I knew about already, and that was Worm Studio right here. Now, but prior to Worm, I believe they were known as Bugs and Bugs, but that's besides the point. As we can see, it says new studio, right? It says introducing custom studio in Asia community with some of their upcomings. We would like to open pre-order for some of these, and if the feedback is positive, they're gonna put it up for pre-order. Worm Studio is a new studio, and here's their upcoming offerings. 3 kits are scheduled, and this is the first kit, Worm 001. So Worm 001, I'm assuming, I'm not sure which one it's supposed to be. Alright, whatever. I was gonna say it's the Gohan, but it's like Super Saiyan 2 Goku here. You got regular Super Saiyan Goku. Now, I covered this in the last video, but I think the only one I didn't cover was the regular Super Saiyan Goku. Regardless, they're showing you right here that it's compatible with both the Kong body and the DF body, which is smart, a very smart play by them, playing off of the 3.0 mold that we haven't gotten from Tamashii yet in terms of a non-battle damaged Goku. But I'm sure that's to come in the future, right? But with that being said, what do y'all think of this? Like, these look incredible. I can only hope that, well, we'll get to that in this next one. But let's move on to Worm 002. So what I was just previously going to say is that I hope that the prices are reasonable for these kits, but 5K seems to be pretty reasonable with their prices. In fact, there's a studio that was revealed yesterday and something went up for pre-order with that studio. So, and the price looks pretty reasonable. So Worm 002 was Gohan, so I'm assuming the first one was the Super Saiyan 2 Goku kit. Or the Super Saiyan Goku kit. I'm assuming Super Saiyan 2 because that was the main display in the picture. In the first slide of the post. But here we have Super Saiyan Gohan. Specifically, this hair is supposed to match when he turned Super Saiyan 2 in the World Martial Arts Tournament in the Buu Saga. And of course you can tell by the shades. Like I said before when I covered this, hopefully at some point we get like a new Great Saiyaman body, which I'm pretty sure we will, but it's more like a matter of when, because who knows how long we're gonna have to wait for that. But let's move on to Worm 003. Last but certainly not least, we have Worm 003. Now, Worm 003 we're gonna have to do a whole separate video on this, because it's gonna lead into a discussion that I think something I talked about multiple times before, right? Now the problem isn't this head sculpt, right? As far as I know, this was Worm's head sculpt or what have you, or you'll understand what I'm saying. But basically, the Super Saiyan Dynamic Saga Super Saiyan head sculpt is said to originally belong to another third-party person on Instagram by the name of Issa Customs. So, and I'll put a picture up of their Instagram, but I wanted to use this whole situation with this sculpt potentially being stolen from that person. And I'm not even going to say potentially, I think it actually was, but there's more to be said about it. It's not just that. I'm not leaving it at that. Keep that in mind. I'm not leaving it at that, because there's a lot to be said about third party, you know, taken from another third party, right? There's a lot to be said about that. But that being said, the hair sculpt looks great. Both of these hair sculpts look great. And like I said, I don't want to dedicate the video to this, because I'm going to do a whole separate video on it. And matter of fact, so you guys aren't waiting, I'm going to try to upload both of these videos in the same day. So you get the third-party news, of course, and then you get the kind of more discussion, you know, based video, where it's particularly based on, like I said, third-party taken from third-party, you know. But with that being said, I think we're done with Worm, at least. There's still a couple more studios to go, and then we'll move forward. HM Studio navigates the third-party terrain. Next up, we have HM Studio, HM001, and for, like, as you can see, a lot of Vegito love going on here. Now, the thing about this studio is, there's another studio I knew about. I didn't know about the name, but I did know about the Vegito head sculpts that they were working on, and to be honest, they had a prior Vegito head sculpt that at that point in time was still being adjusted, and I actually like the older one better. This one is good too, but I like the older one better. I think the older one had, the hair was drawn in a more anime Z vibe. I said drawn. Sculpted in a more anime Z vibe, and this one is sculpted, I want to say more, this is giving me very Toyotaro vibes right here. And I love Toyotaro's artwork. But I do like the older sculpt better, and as you can see, it'll be a base hair, Super Saiyan blue hair, and of course, a regular old Super Saiyan hair. Now, why all the Vegito love? Why all the Saiyan love? Like, I think these third parties really should step out their comfort zone, you know, in terms of making a bunch of Saiyan characters, you know? Like, we have a million Vegitos, but at the same time, I guess, we don't have a million updated Vegito head sculpts, like, technically speaking. So, what are you gonna do, right? Like I said, hopefully the prices are nice, whatnot. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot to say about that, because there's not a lot of information, right? I'll be able to comment more on it, like if it was like a price or something, but let's move forward. There's one more studio, and then there's some excellent news about the Broly stuff. Air Studio bends into action. Last but not least of the new studios that 5K Toys has presented to us, this is another one I knew about. So I guess at this point, the only one I didn't know about was, what, the first one? But either way, we have Air Studio, no Jordans. But they're coming out with two kits. One where he just has the blue shirt and it's torn. And then two where he has the tattered blue shirt, but it's pretty much intact. They both come with the belt piece, the extra orange, like, bottom part of the torn shirt, and of course the head sculpt. How could I forget the head sculpt? But yeah, this is pretty accurate to the manga, where, you know, the hair didn't have all the definition that it has nowadays with the more modernized art styles. But there's actually a little bit more information on this, because this actually was the kit I was saying, like, they revealed it and then it went up for pre-order, and now I'm looking at it, it actually has the most likes out of all of them, and it was one of the last to be posted. But let's see what they have to say about the pre-order. Now for the air kit, it's saying that, first of all, it's supposed to drop this summer, but it's saying it's $19 for each kit. And if you want to get the combo version, like to get both, it's $35 for the combo, which they saying would save you $3, right? Which, 19 plus 19, 38. Yeah, that would save you $3. But what I want to see is, because they're not, like, in the kit pictures, they're not really showing, like, the head sculpt in there. Maybe, because it's, like, obvious. Of course it would come with the head. But I just, you never could be too sure. I want to see if it actually comes with the head. So let's go to the website. Okay, we on 5K Toys, and yeah, I think it's just the shirts and the belt, basically. And, that kind of sucks because, I'm pretty sure a lot of people like those head sculpts, or it would have been nice to have those head sculpts included with the kit, but I'm assuming that at this point they're probably going to be sold separately, otherwise it kind of sucks just to show us something and be like, oh, well, not selling it to you. But either way, here is kit number 1, and here's kit number 2. So kit number 2 is the torn half shirt, kit number 1 is the full blue shirt. It's the only difference, and you can decide for yourself whether you think it's worth it or not. I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But either way, full price. This is the full price, and it's going to be released in summer. Alright? Now, on to the last thing, which is Broly. The safe word was broccoli. It was broccoli. So last but certainly not least, once again, more updates on Broly. And this one is sort of an update, sort of not an update, because this is what happened. As you can see on the screen, you might have seen this edited version of Broly, of the Kong Broly, more specifically, on Reddit. And somebody, of course, took it and posted it to the suggestion group for specifically Beast Deity, formerly known as Kong Studio. And Jason Koh, the admin for the group, is the person that started it. I'm sure Jason Koh actually works with 5K Toys, or is a higher up at 5K Toys, and he's the one that forwards this information of the complaints that we may have in terms of Beast Deities, at least, right? Because as you can see, he said thanks for the advice, and he's going to forward it to the studio, but he's not sure about the result. So basically, because I already showed y'all in the last video that they actually had started printing the prototypes. Now, I'm sure that was just like an initial print, not necessarily like printing production per se, So this is good news, and the reason why I say this is really good news is that the more people that support this post, and as we can see, we got the attention of the admin in the group who has the power to send these things to the studio, the more likely we can get something to be changed. And this actually happened before, when we first ever got the 2.0 Super Saiyan 5s with the Xeno Goku from Dragon Ball Hero. There was an outcry because people wanted the actual Goku from Dragon Ball AF, the Dragon Ball AF outfit. And eventually, like a week later, I remember when we heard about that, it was like, okay, you guys pushed too hard. Now we're going to actually do the Dragon Ball AF version, and not just, Super Saiyan 5 Goku with the Dragon Ball Heroes outfit, But with that being said, this is a beautiful thing. Hopefully they actually change it. Like, once again, there's no guarantee that they will, but hopefully they actually change it. And it's proof that I don't know, it's just a beautiful thing when you can get the studio to actually listen to what you want, or they'll actually take what you want into account. But time will tell as to whether they'll actually fix it. The more people that support that post, the more people the more likely it'll be that, Broly will end up looking like that with that hair. But with that being said, there's been Bombastic Plastic. Stay fantastic and stay tuned for the discussion video, because it's kind of like a sister video to this.